Good evening. Namaste. Hi everyone. How are you all?
Good evening,
Evening,
sir.
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 Good evening, sir.
Hingide Jivana.
Crazy, sir.
On top of the world.
Awesome. Great. It has to be because it is a National Youth Day. So very proud, very happy to be a part of this, the ever-growing, ever-shining India, where the great stalwarts like Swami Vivekananda was born, and on this auspicious day, 12th January, the birthday, the Jayanti of Swami Vivekananda, we are celebrating National Youth Day. I welcome each one of you to the beautiful inspiration on this auspicious day. Every work has to pass through hundreds of difficulties before succeeding. Those that persevere will see the light sooner or later. One of the beautiful applicable quotation for all of our life, including educareer. Right. So let's start a session. Yes, taking the name of Swami Vivekananda itself is a great, great pleasure in all our life. Relax and chill. Yes. Talk to yourself at least once in a day. Otherwise, you may miss a meeting with an excellent person in this world. One of the beautiful quotations of Swami Vivekananda, the message of today, 12th January 2026, obviously everything from Swami Vivekananda. So the impact of positive self-talk. Every day, talk to yourself. What positive happened, what negative happened, just before going to sleep. Yes, what can be improved, how can we improve, all those things, that's what is required. So a short cutting of the great speech of the great Swami Vivekananda. First time in the history, before this date, never happened. First time in the history where for an Indian monk, where the Western people, stood and clapped for minutes together, just because of one sentence what he made, So I am not very sure about the authenticity of this audio, but nevertheless, it sounds awesome.
Distinguished delegates to the world's Parliament of Religions, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the afternoon session of the opening day today, the 11th of September, 1893. We now introduce you to Swami Vivekananda from India and request him to address us. Swami Vivekananda.
Sisters and brothers of America,
never in the history nobody would have started a session like that. And just because of the beautiful opening, look at the clapping, what the greats, the Indian Swami Vivekananda got.
it fills my heart with joy unspeakable to rise in response to the warm and cordial welcome which you have given us. I thank you in the name of the most ancient order of monks in the world. I thank you in the name of the Mother of Religions, and I thank you in the name of the millions and millions of Hindu people of all classes and sects. My thanks also to some of the speakers on this platform who, referring to the delegates from the Orient, have told you that these men from far-off nations may well claim the honor of bearing to different lands the idea of toleration. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. I am proud to tell you that we have gathered in our bosom the purest remnant of the Israelites who came to southern India and took refuge with us in the very year in which their holy temple was shattered to pieces by Roman tyranny. I am proud to belong to the religion which has sheltered and is still fostering the remnant of the grand Zoroastrian nation. I will quote to you, brethren, a few lines from a hymn which I remember to have repeated from my earliest boyhood, which is every day repeated by millions of human beings. As the different streams, having their sources in different places, all mingle their water in the sea, so, O Lord, the different paths which men take through different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to Thee. The present convention, which is one of the most august assemblies ever held, is in itself a vindication, a declaration to the world of the wonderful doctrine preached in the Gita. Whosoever comes to me, through whatsoever form, I reach him. All men are struggling through paths which in the end lead to me. Sectarianism, bigotry, and its horrible descendant, fanaticism, have long possessed this beautiful earth. They have filled the earth with violence, drenched it often and often with human blood, destroyed civilization, and sent whole nations to despair. Had it not been for these horrible demons, human society would be far more advanced than it is now. But their time is come, and I fervently hope that the bell that tolled this morning in honor of this convention may be the death knell of all fanaticism, of all persecutions with the sword or with the pen, and of all uncharitable feelings between persons wending their way to the same goal.
So, what a beautiful voice, what an authentic voice, and what a beautiful message which has been delivered in 1893. Even today, it is wow, it's awesome. So, this is a translation. Those who want to look into it, you can look into it later. Okay, so, my dear friends, listening to this, hearing that words Vivekananda itself should give the power. Like the way some of the mantras, slokas gives the power. Even if you say Swami Vivekananda, that itself should give the power, because he says all power is within you. You can do anything and everything with this mantra of Swami Vivekananda. So with this, let me hand over the mic to Mr. Pranav. Yes, one of the terrifically knowledgeable person as far as these areas are concerned. I was really stunned and shocked when we had a first physical meeting with him in Mysore. So every year from Caps and Caps Foundation, we have a Dasara trip to Mysore. And his urge, his willingness to share more knowledge about the Mysore, including one important fact I always remember, that why there is a green light there, why there is a red light there in the on the top of that palace. Okay, so unbelievable. And after that, when we sat together, I think Gopal Krishna temple irbeko, Venugopal temple, something like that. And the way he shared the knowledge about the Puranas, histories, just awesome. So today when we asked whoever wants to talk, he has given the name, and we are expecting that he will give the name, and he is the right person, extraordinary at so young age. I have not seen any person of that age having so much knowledge in the area which he is expert, maybe Puranas, etc. Extraordinary. Pranav, over to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity. But I thought some people would start the speech on this occasion. But fortunately, I have got this chance. Before I start my session, I peacefully to state that I show the sufferings of Swami Vivekananda of his trips and all over his life of 39 years. So let me begin the session. Thank you. Namashri Rajaya Vivekananda Suraya Satchitsukha Swarupaya Swamineta Paharine. So we, the followers of Ramakrishna Mission or followers of Vivekananda, celebrate Vivekananda's birthday 2 times every year. The recent birthday was day before yesterday, 10th Jan, according to the Vedic culture. And according to the calendar date, we celebrate Swamiji's birthday today. So, as we all know, he born on Jan 12th, 1863, the couple of Vishwanatha Datta and Bhuvaneshwari Devi. His father Vishwanatha Datta was a great lawyer at the time of British India and one of the richest families of Calcutta. So in his childhood, he was like a prince to his mother and with 7 to 10 siblings in the house. So he got 2 elder sisters and he's the firstborn son, and he had 2 younger brothers with younger sisters. So his childhood was a dreamland for everyone. He had a chariot like a present car. He had servants, maids all over his place. So his childhood goes to college. In this college era, he had a main doubt of what is omnipresent God or who is God? How did he look? Or like that, some basic questions about God and spirituality. So in this quest, he visited all the places of the Kolkata, like a church, mosque, Buddhist temples, Jain temples, or any scholars around him. Finally, his uncle mentioned that in the place of Ganges, where Dakshineshwar, here there is a priest named Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, his guru. So he can clarify your thoughts. So on this note of his uncle, he visited Dakshineshwara for the first time and influenced under his guru, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Later on in his life, a tragedy will appear. His father will die, and he carried out the responsibilities of his families at a very young age. So he was very inspired by Paramahamsa. Like Paramahamsa was telling that service is the only way to attain moksha, like that all. So he was quite interested, but his family pressures was very peak in that time. Two sisters were committed suicide, and one brother was a freedom fighter who died. And later on, this tragedy will go continuously going on. But in those times, in those sufferings also, he took the initiative for becoming a sannyasi. So he contributed himself to his guru. With his 16 brotherhood sannyasis monks, he built Ramakrishna Mission at a Booth Bangla. Now it is currently named Baranagar Mutt. So at the time of that early stages of his monastic days, so that Booth Bangla was having a very horrible state, that snakes were appearing occasionally or a daily basis. He slept on the dry leaf or floors. He was not having any proper food. Sometimes he would have only rice and salt for his meals, that for only a single meal, not for a whole days. So at the time of this poorness of India, he decided to roam across India with barefoot or something like that. So he went to Kashi, Ganges, and he came across Kanyakumari, and he went to Rajasthan to meet King Ajit Singh. And he met Shamrajendra Odayar at Mysuru. So after all he's roamed across India, he got many problems of sufferings which has people of India were suffering, like lack of knowledge, lack of health facilities, lack of confidence, and like that so on. And main the India was lacking of unity. He observed that. So he came near Kanyakumari with his missionary mind or spiritual guidance of his guru. He went to Kanyakumari's rocks by swam across that slimy oceans. And he sat for 3 days without food, without water. Only playing 3 days, he sat for meditation. At that meditation, he recognized that India must get modernization of education, modernization of health facilities, extra like that. He found some solutions. So after that, he went to Chamarajendra Odayar and King Ajit Singh back to the palaces and begged for the funding of his Europe trip. So with those conversations, Swamiji says that India needs the kingship and the help of leaders to build the places. So they helped him a lot by funding him and arranged the tickets for the Europe only. And at the time of America at Chicago, he was like robbed. One time he got robbed by the theft by hotel managers because he was not getting the money in the proper way also. So in those sufferings, he got asthma, heart diseases, blood clots in his brains, and numerous of diseases. Totally, he got 32 diseases in his body. So after the speech of Chicago, he became famous, but only for a few months. Up to 3 to 6 months, he was quite familiar in the homes of America and newspapers. But after the 6th month or 9th month, the shortage of money problem will arise again for him. Again, he went to the streets of America and slapped under newspapers for the funding. And you quietly, in some auditoriums, he was getting a chance to speak, but never get the remuneration of those speeches. So at the times, wealthy couples or few foreign devotees like Sister Nivedita, so they were took initiative for the funding to return back Swamiji to India. So after he returned well, the ideology of Swami Vivekananda of modern science, education, and brotherhoodness or avoid of casteism, these revolutionary thoughts were never accepted by our Indians because at those times, at British era, people were still in the minds of casteism or illiterateness of modern education. Not only these were the reasons where Indians never accepted all those ideologies. So to build India, he met several people like J.R.D. Tata, who helped him to build IIS, Indian Institute of Science at Bangalore. So he met Mahatma Gandhi. Before Mahatma Gandhi was like ordinary man only, of thinking of selfishness or like that. So after Mahatma Gandhi met Vivekananda inspired Mahatma Gandhi to become the peacemaker of this country. So after this, Subhash Chandra Bose were inspired to become a monk in under Ramakrishna Mission. But Vivekananda chased him like, you have got several missions across India and inside India. So the Holy Spirit will guide you. Follow the Spirit and build the nation. So Subhash Chandra Bose, according to his words, he flew back to Germany, Japan, and he built the Indian Army. So like that, Swamiji was giving his contributions to country and countrymen. Under this guidance, his disciples were following the route of Swamiji, but Indians were like Indians started to avoid the Swamiji in the name of caste, religion, and in the name of European culture, because Swamiji were like he was a gender neutral being, because around Swamiji there were several women, several men, several poor guys or rich guys. He was gender neutral and richness discrimination neutral. So these were the points where some regions of India never accepted him. So in the one state, particularly in southern India, where Swamiji came to Kanyakumari, and after Kanyakumari, in the journey on the Kolkata way, he met a Brahmin family in Kolkata. I mean, in southern part of India, where the Brahmin family keep him outside their home, treated him well, but never allowed in his home. Like never allowed Swamiji in their homes because they were telling that Swamiji was a lower caste sannyasi. After becoming sannyasi, also they treated him on the caste basis. This enraged Swamiji, and then his main goal became to build Ramakrishna Mission. Under Ramakrishna Mission, he took initiative for several disciples, and at the time of building the mission, he got 15 brotherhood disciples of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and the wife of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, where he took the initiative of funding them or giving their shelter for them, and he treated poor and illness and he tried to build an hospital for them. Like that, he accepted Indians as their brotherhood, but India never accepted his ideology of brotherhood. In those times, Swamiji were fighting legal allegations across his personal family life also, where his mother lost all children. 7 to 8 siblings were all died for some external causes. So Swamiji, after Sannyasatva, a man should never meet his family. But Swamiji, for the sake of his mother, once again go back to his samsara and family being, and he filed against a case of his home allegations. And then later on, by these all strugglings, at the age of 39, Swamiji had lost his heart issues. He lost his eyesight for quite a bit. For these all reasons, Swamiji took self, how should I say that? Like in Kannada, we say,
Samadhi.
not Samadhi, sir, but
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳು.
ಸರ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರ ಸಾವನ್ನ ಅವರೇ ತಂದ್ಕೋತಾರೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ.
ಅದೇ
ಥ್ರೂ
just
ಯೋಗ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್, ಥ್ರೂ ಯೋಗ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ, ಅವ್ರ ಸಾವನ್ನ ತಂದ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ಸೊ
that is also
ಇದಕ್ಕೆ
one form of samadhi. That is one form of samadhi.
ಹಾಂ ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಅವ್ರ 39ನೇ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಡಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡದೇನೆ ಅವ್ರು ಸತ್ತೋಗೋದು. ಸೊ ಡೆತ್ ಅಲಿಗೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೂ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈ ಸಫರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಮುಗಿಯೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟನೇ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರು ಗಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಡ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪೇನ್ ಹೇಳೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ನನಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಅನುಭವಿಸಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನಂತ, ನಂಗೆ 100 ಜನ ಹುಡುಗರು ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಅದೊಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕೋಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್ 100 ಬಾಯ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್, I'll tell in his own ways. He says, my child, what I want is muscles of iron and nerves of steel, inside which dwells a mind of the same material as that of which the thunderbolt is made. Strength, manhood, kshatravirya and brahmateja. This all I want. So he demanded 100 boys of these qualities. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ಉಕ್ಕಿನ ಮಾಂಸಖಂಡ, ಉಕ್ಕಿನ ನರಮಂಡಲ, ಕಬ್ಬಿಣದಂಥ ಮಾಂಸಖಂಡ, ಮಿಂಚಿನಂತಹ ಬುದ್ಧಿ, ಹಾಗೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮತೇಜ ಹಾಗೂ ಕ್ಷಾತ್ರವೀರ್ಯ. ಇಂಥ 100 ಜನ ಹುಡುಗರು ಸಿಕ್ಕರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಭಾರತನ ಕಟ್ಟಬಲ್ಲೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ವರ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನಿಯರ್ ದ ಡೆತ್ ಬೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
Thank you so much, Pranav, for your wonderful insight about the complete life of Swami Vivekananda. Great knowledge. No doubt we would have read something part and bits and pieces, but I think you gave a beautiful summary. Excellent. Thank you so much. So just to conclude on Swami Vivekananda's some of the beautiful quotes. A man is not poor without a money, but a man is really poor without dreams and ambition. So dream big, think big, and implement big. Because so dreaming is definitely possible, but how you implement the same that matters a lot. Think big, do big. When the real history of India will be unearthed, it will be proved that, as in the matter of religion, so in fine arts, India was, is, and will be the primal grow of the whole world. No doubt, no idiot can reject this principle, because we were the best, we are the best, and we will be the best. Very important message to all of us, the human beings. In a conflict between the heart and the brain, follow your heart. In a conflict between the heart and the brain, follow your heart. So, because brain may be damaging someone, but heart will never damage anyone. So, from that perspective, whenever there is a conflict, obviously when there is no conflict, sometimes you have to follow the brain, sometimes you have to follow the heart. So, when you talk about academic reasons, so maybe financial reasons, so all those reasons you have to follow the brain. When it comes to the emotional reasons, family reason, country reason, nation above everything, you must follow the heart. Whenever you have a conflict, like the way we have, plastic probably I think ನನಗೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ರೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, but ನಾನು heart use ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ probably I think it will be good for the generation. Now you know what to use, what not to use. You may save 1 rupee, you may save 2 rupees. ಅಥವಾ function ಮಾಡುವಾಗ with the plastic. So your brain may say, it is very easy, very category ಕೊಟ್ಟುಬಿಡು, spoil the earth ಅಂತ. Okay, but your heart says, next ಪೀಳಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ next generation ನಾನೇ ಬಂದು ಅದೇ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ತಿನ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ಬೋದು. So then braining ಒಂದು signature heart ಕಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ. That's why better go with the heart, because heart will always give the best of the best message. There is no other spiritual teacher than your own soul. So better follow your soul. Believe in yourself and the whole world will be at your feet. Okay. So when you believe, everything can happen as per your term. Tenzing Norgay's beautiful story. Hats off to his mother. So that shepherd, I think, which is that Gurkha community in Bodo. Okay. So every time when she was looking at that Mount Everest, okay, she was always thinking that my son should reach the top. So no woman in the world would have told her son to go and climb the Mount Everest, the deadliest, dangerous, tough one. But she told, and every time when Tenzing Norgay was a failure, so when he was falling, he was telling, I know you are very tall. So once I reach the top, actually you will be below my feet. So it is not an arrogant statement, it is an attitude statement. So Tenzing Norgay is a classic example of this statement. When you believe in yourself, the entire world will be at your feet. God did not give me everything that I wanted, but he gave me everything that what I needed. God did not give me everything. None human wants are unlimited. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ you don't have to go to Adam Smith ಅಥವಾ Alfred Marshall of economics. Okay. So your human wants are unlimited. Our human unlimited. What we want, God will not give you. What we need, definitely will give. And the best quote, what I still remember from our yoga madam, Swami Vivekananda used to go to the library, maybe 300, 500 pages book. Take the book today, tomorrow you return. Take the book today, tomorrow you return. Librarian was puzzled. You asked, what rubbish, you are taking the books of 400, 500 pages and returning. So why are you doing tampers here? He said, no, I read. So then librarian said, let me test you. He randomly asked some pages. Swami Vivekananda, word by word, clause by clause, he was able to reiterate what was there in that particular page number, Sameta. Then he thought it may be just fluke. He asked 3, 4, then the librarian has to surrender to this person. So Swami Vivekananda statement, students, for you also may be an important message, you know. So give me the power of concentration. Give me the power of concentration. And at my will, I will decide what I want, what I don't want. So give me the power of concentration. Okay, so that is what is required. So probably education is what exactly is all about. We are what our thoughts have made us. So take care about your thinking. Words are secondary, thoughts live, they travel far. So whenever you're thinking, okay, think positive, do positive, because ultimately that's what ultimately matters. To conclude, I am a firm believer of my patriotism, my country. So there are 2 Narendras. So not get into any political aspect. Even if you get a think, I don't care about it. But for me, the two persons, two Narendras were contributed immensely. Obviously, Narendra was turned to be a Swami Vivekananda at the next level. There's one more Narendra who is also contributing. So similar way to our nation. So let us all support the growth of the nation. That's what I say, because the ultimate message to all is they alone live who live for others. So thank you. I hope you are little inspired. So special thanks to Pranav for a wonderful, collection of thought process and beautiful message to all of us. And a very important message, I also read in one of the books. So the 8 stars, okay, of the sky, one of them is Swami Vivekananda, okay. So at the age of 39, you are actually thinking that, oh, it's become too much. Then Ramakrishna himself calls him and says, enough, you have done a great service to the nation. You come back there and you continue to be a star again, okay. Just at the age of 39, okay, he has renounced his body. That may be the word what Pranav was searching. But he made entire world to know what India is. That is the power of one human being doing for everybody else. This is what even I was thinking and asking. At least 100, 10 to 20 good, wholehearted people, we can do something wonder to the world. But it is very difficult. We are still in the process of such. But at least some changes let us bring, because when we bring the change, as per the Gita Karma theory, that will come back to us in a very, very positive manner itself. So long live India. Thank you, Varada. Anybody want to add on anything? You can add. Otherwise, we conclude. Yes, Pranav, quickly. Yeah, add on and conclude. Kannada, Hindi, English, ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Yes.
ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಮುಂದೆ ಒಂದಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಒಂದು ಸಾಂಗ್ ಇದು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಕುವೆಂಪು ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಿಂದ ಕನ್ನಡಗೆ, ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಗೀತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಸಾರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಸಮರಿ ಬಂದು ಇಷ್ಟೇನೆ. ಒಬ್ಬ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸಂಸಾರಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಮ್ಯಾರಿಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಯಾರೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಏನೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವ್ರ ಸಾಂಗ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮದರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಆಗಿ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಒಬ್ಬ ಸಂಸಾರಿ ಹೇಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಸೊ ಸಾಂಗ್ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿ ಅಂತ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅವರು ಕೊನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಸಾಯೋ ದಿನ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ದೇಹ ಬಿಡೋ ದಿನ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಿದ್ದ ಈ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ ಏನ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇದೊಂದು ಕೊಟೇಶನ್ ಇತ್ತು ಸರ್.
Excellent. Actually, it's 100% true. And because we Indians actually we followed so many great. I was yesterday when I was attending one session. So I think ಯಾರದು ಶಹಜಾನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅವ್ರ ಅಪ್ಪನನ್ನೇ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಹೋದ ಶಹಜಾನ ಜಹಾಂಗೀರ್ ಔರಂಗಜೇಬ್. ಓಕೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಔರಂಗಜೇಬ್ ಅವ್ರ ಅಪ್ಪನನ್ನೇ ಬಂದಿಸಿ ಜೈಲು ಇಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ಔರಂಗಜೇಬ್ ವಾಸ್ ಎ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಅನ್ಫಾರ್ಚುನೇಟ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್. ನಾನು ರೈಟ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮವ್ರು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ ಬುಕ್ ಬೋರ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಓದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಇದು ಅನ್ಫಾರ್ಚುನೇಟ್. ವೆರಾಸ್ ಔರಂಗಜೇಬ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಯಾರೊಬ್ರು ಓಕೆ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಆಥರ್ಸ್ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗ್ಲೋರಿಫೈಡ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ದೇಶ ಪ್ರೇಮ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡೇ ಅಫ್ಘಾನಿಸ್ತಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಾಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಶ್ರೀಲಂಕಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಾಗ ಆ ಥರ. ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಓಡೋಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಜಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಪೇಟ್ರಿಯಾಟಿಸಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ ಆಗುವಂತ. ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಖುಷಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ, ಟೇಕ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್, GST ಕಟ್ಟಿ. 500 rupees ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ 20 rupees GST ಕಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಲ್ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್. ಪೇಟ್ರಿಯಾಟಿಸಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರಲಿ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ವೇ. ಗ್ರೇಟ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಪ್ರಣವ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಎಸ್, ಸುಮತಿಕೆ.
ಅದೇ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಗುರುರಾಜ್ ಕರ್ಜಗಿ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಸುಮಾರು ಈ ತರ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ದಾರಾ ಬೇಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿರೋದು ಕೇಳಿದೀನಿ. ಅದ್ರಿಂದ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅವ್ರ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವರು ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೋಪ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಏನಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈವನ್ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೋಪ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ದೇಶದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೋಪ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದು ನಿಜವಾದ ದೇಶ ಪ್ರೇಮ ಅಂತ. ಒಂದು. ಎರಡನೇದು, ಈಗ ಜನ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರಂತೆ ಗೃಹಸ್ಥಾಶ್ರಮ ಯಾವುದು ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿನೇ ತಾನೆ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಗೃಹಸ್ಥಾಶ್ರಮ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದು ಮುಳುಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎದ್ದು ಬಂದು ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಕಡೆ ಬರೋದು ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಗಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಇವ್ರು ಅಂತ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಇವ್ರು ಪ್ರಣವ್ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ನಾಟ್ ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಈಗ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಈಗ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಆಶ್ರಮವನ್ನ ಅವರು ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು, ಅದು ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಅದು ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಸರ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅದು ಒಂದ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆದ್ರೆ 100 ವರ್ಷದ ಅಲ್ಲ 800 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲನೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನಾನು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈವನ್ ಈಗ ನಳಂದ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಕೇಂಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಈಗ 800 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ತನಕನೂ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವ್ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಒಂದ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಎನಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಕಾಸ್ಟಿಸಮ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಇದು ಈ ಆಶ್ರಮ ನಾಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಎನಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಈಗ ಹಿಂದೂ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈವನ್ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದ್ ಜನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋರು, ಅವರೇ ವಾಲಂಟಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗಿ ತುಂಬಾ
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೊ ಮಚ್.
ಅವರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕೇಳಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಗುರುರಾಜ್ ಕರ್ಜಿಗಿ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಕರುನಾಳು ಬಾಬೆಳಕೆ ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆ DVG ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಮಂಕುತಿಮ್ಮನ ಕಗ್ಗ, ವಿಶ್ವೇಶ್ವರಯ್ಯ ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅವರಿಂದ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಕಲಿಯೋದಿದೆ ಸರ್. ಅದು ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
Thank you so much, Sumati, for a wonderful insight. Very big message is system should work, not an individual. That's what Swami Vivekananda has built a system called Ramakrishna Mission, and today across the globe, the way they are rendering service is awesome. As Pranav also told, as Sumati also told, as she rightly said, Gururaj Karjigi, one of the brilliant orator, he keeps telling, okay, Swami Vivekananda's principle of humanity above everything. No caste, no creed, no religion, no gender, everything is unbiased. Humanity is above self. Excellent. Thank you so much. Yes, Anjana.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So Swami Vivekananda is a person who lived a relatively short life, but whenever we read about him, we always get like some new interesting facts. So of course there are many things, but I won't be telling it now, but I keep reading about him. But one thing, even APJ Abdul Kalam was very much inspired by him and told a quote that was by Swami Vivekananda, that was, "I don't want my name to be known, I just want my ideas to be known." So that is one thing which is important, because nowadays I feel like there are many people who are challenging India as a culture. So especially for the youth, and Swami Vivekananda was also a believer that dharma protects the people who protect it. So learning more about our own culture is how we can overcome all these challenges. Not only from outside, even within our country there are many people who are maybe ignorant, and to overcome those challenges and make India great as Swami Vivekananda wanted in that century itself, I feel like we should, as Sumati also told, learn more and more about our culture, which is the main message which Swami Vivekananda wanted to tell.
Thank you so much, sir. So Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitah. That's exactly the point what she's trying to say. Extraordinary, because you take care of the dharma. Doesn't mean Hindu dharma, Muslim dharma, Christian dharma. Allah. Dharma is actually the righteousness. Okay, doing right things. So no doubt adakkondu hesru kottirbodu, fine. But here whenever, so even in Bhagavad Gita he says, so swadharmavannu palisodu better, paradharmavanna So 100% police model. So better to follow your own dharma and what you call even if it is a inappropriate way, that is fine. That's what Bhagavad Gita says. So Ali dharma does not mean Hindu dharma, Christian dharma, whatever dharma. Dharma is what is right for the human being and more important. So the best part of Swami Vivekananda, which I also love, what Anjana also reiterated, there are two important points which he has conveyed. One is about humanity above all, and obviously India. Okay, so our country, our Bharat, because nobody can come closer to the culture and also the greatness of India. Thank you so much, Anjana. Yes, Anila, hi, namaste. Namaste, sir.
Hello, namaste, sir.
Yes,
My
sir.
name is Krishna Prasad.
Yes, sir.
So I was listening to all the people speaking about Swami Vivekananda. So I studied in Ramakrishna Vidyalaya and did my college from Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda College. So
Mysore?
Chennai, sir, Chennai.
Okay, great. Yes, yes.
So it is one of the institution built by the Ramakrishna Mission and Mutt lineage. So I want to share 2-3 experiences and my learnings. One is that someone mentioned about process, right? So if you look at how Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission should be run is something when somebody told that when the first Mutt started in a booth bangla, right? So that time itself he said how a sannyasi should be who comes in this lineage, and he clearly categorized Mutt activities, religious activities as Ramakrishna Mutt, and he categorized all social activities, education into Ramakrishna Mission. So all the core principles and whatever are the layers that has to be there for an institution to last forever, was laid down by Swamiji clearly. I will give some examples. In Ramakrishna Mutt, there is another subdivision called Sharda Mutt where women sannyasinis are there, right? So in Ramakrishna Mutt, after 8 p.m., no woman is allowed. So this was laid down by Swamiji, right? So how an institution should be built, what are the core principles, how it has to evolve, and how it serve humanity is something which he laid clearly during his time itself. And if you see various organizations asking for donation. Some people are doing Facebook ad also to collect donation. But if you see Ramakrishna Mutton Mission, they will never publicly announce for any ask, or they will never solicit any donations, but money will keep coming from good souls. So the institution is built that way that we do our work, people recognize it, and then they value, and then they give. So I have seen in first hand when I was in college, when tsunami struck, I was in first year of college. Within 10 minutes from the time the first news came out, immediately 50 Swamijis from the Mutton Mission met. In 2 hours, they were ready with the relief material, and they were on the site with volunteers. So whenever there is any emergency, whenever there is any natural calamity, whenever there is any requirement, they will never shy away from social work, and they will be very, very fast and prompt, and they will never expect that their name should come. You see, they will put one tube light and they will write their name. That's how the current society's donations are. But if you look at the way the Ramakrishna Mutton Mission functions, no donation, they will be on the first call of duty. In fact, I was there as a volunteer at that time, and I experienced how quickly they take decisions, how they support. In fact, they converted the Mutt into a relief camp in 5 hours, and all the fishermen who lost their homes, they stayed there for a week. So they were very fast and very, very supportive. And and one more very important thing I want to share is that whomsoever is associated with the Mutton Mission, their character, their value system is fine tuned, not by preaching, but by by their actions. If you look at the Swamijis, if you look at the Brahmacharis who work in the Mutt, so their actions inspire you and you learn. So they say, right, the biggest learning you can have is by observing. People say I read all the quotes and other things, but when you observe people, you learn. So I think I feel very proud to be associated, a part of the Ramakrishna Mutton Mission. And the last fact I want to share, the current president of the Ramakrishna Mutton Mission, Swami Gautamananda ji, is from Karnataka, and he is 97 years old. I have met him multiple times during my college time, and even if there is conflict, even if there was any problem, he will be always smiling, and even if there is lot of tension with all the other people, he will he will calmly he will solve all those problems. You can go and see his itinerary. Even at the age of 97, he travels 17 to 20 days a month, from Belur Math to various centers to see what are all the activities that is done. And if you look at the governing council, how they elect their president, vice president, and their secretaries, there is a clear path that is laid, and there has been never a conflict of who will be the next president, because it is a very prestigious and also a powerful post. But you have never had any power struggle, conflict, nothing of those sorts, because from prime minister to president to everybody, they will go there and bow to them. So that is kind of the post they get. But the process that is set, there is no power struggle, nothing of those sorts. We see in CA Institute, for getting one central council seat, how people stand in line with bowing their head and to all the people. But for a mutton mission of that size, it is an unimaginable size. The kind of centers they have, the kind of work they do, and the kind of education institutions they run, there is no conflict, and there is clear process. And I think Swamiji's greatness is about building institution without, which has a clear lineage and clear principles and a clear distinction between what is seva and what is religion, and respecting all. So these are the perspectives I want to share, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for a wonderful insight. We are very happy and very proud. And sir is a CA, so his wife is in the process of becoming CA. She's our CAP student. Very happy, sir. I think some of the amazing insight. I was not aware that Swamiji president is around 97 years. He looks so young, and he actively involves. Excellent. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, brilliant insight, sir. Thank you so much. Great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We are honored. Thank you, Anila. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yes, so with this, let us conclude. Thank you all. I hope you have got something. Okay, I'm so happy that I think you're all actively involved and taken some insights. Other than the practical one, today's generation mostly we are actually theoretical. So concentration with Matadavalu, we don't have concentration. That's what I observed. Okay, so I think the statement from sir. Okay, so when we're talking about concentration, also you don't concentrate. Concentration alva. So that's one of the. But I'm happy that CAS Foundation actually reasonably follows at least 5 to 10% of Swami Vivekananda's principle. Maybe so many things. Maybe for no religion, no caste, etc. We work for the nation. We work no name. We work. So many things. I'm happy. Let us at least 95%. Let us keep increasing. Okay. Thank you so much again. So let us all celebrate our national hero, Swami Vivekananda. Thank you, one and all. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.